Hey everyone, it's late at night, so please forgive me, but it's either now or never. I have like lacked mojo. I have not been in my craft room, and I have been reading up a storm, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know, but I don't like it because I love being in my craft room. So it kind of sucks, but at the same time, it's good, you know. So then I'm chilling, I guess is what I'm doing. So, but I really wanted to get this one up because, you know, I've had a couple of fun weeks, minus, you know, what happened. But other than that, it's been good. And we're gonna go to the beach tomorrow, take the babies, and just relax a little bit more. So should be fun. It's Friday, right? Okay, so this, oh, I like the picture. Okay, so I changed my lighting setup, so hopefully we'll see. Okay, week 29. This is week 29. Let's get started because I'm excited about this one. I am excited because it's just fun colors, and the cards are by Oh My Heart by Paige Evans, Pink Paisley. And I just love the colors. The colors came out so good, and I love that. So I love when things work out perfectly. So, and I got my new Nuvo Deluxe adhesive from Paper Issues, and if you use the code Facebook on the website, then you get 20% off. So, and this adhesive I've been using because I've been making cards too. Sorry, that's Bus. He's being a brat right now. He really is. What was I telling you? The adhesive I've been making cards, and the adhesive is like really sticking, and I am loving it. So if you guys like that, the green, or the, no, what is it, the Scotch Dry adhesive, if you like that one from wherever, you know, I get it at Michael's and stuff, but if you like that one, then you're gonna love the Nuvo one, because the Nuvo one is really good. I'm serious, you guys. So, and then this is from Fun Stamper's Journey. Remember, I'm a consultant for them, so I have my website if you guys are interested in this tool. I love it because, I mean, it's so paper thin, and it just, because I have no nails, it pulls up the items so nicely that I can't, I'm like, yeah, I love it. And it's big, so it doesn't get lost. So I like that too. But this adhesive, you guys, perfecto. So, okay. So, how's everybody been? I miss talking to you guys, I really do. So, it's been so long, but I'm telling you guys, it's just been crazy. So, took pictures of the babies because they're just so adorable, and how can you not? I mean, gosh, they're just so awesome. There's a purebred bulldog, or no, purebred bulldog, no, not a bulldog, a boxer at our local animal shelter, and I'm like, stop looking at her. I'm like, I've never had a boxer, and we cannot do high-strung puppies. We are not dog walkers. We're not dog walkers at all, and you have to know your breeds before you adopt them, right? And so we are not dog walkers, nor are we active people. So yeah, what we have are the bulldogs that, you know, sleep 23.5 hours out of their day, and that works for us. They're like, they always are like, come on, Mom, let's go to bed. And honey, it's, you know, like 10 in the morning. We can't go back to bed. Well, I'm going without you, Mom. So, yeah, not ones that are waiting at the door holding the leash in their mouth. Yeah, not going to happen. And, yeah, we were young when we adopted our black lab, and that was a mistake. So, but we had her for like 17 years. And so, she was like, she ended up becoming the what was his name? Ed from Lion King, you know, the hyena. She was so like dumb, and you would just think that, you know, oh, okay, well, she just needed she needed different parents, that's for sure. But we were, you know, 19 and we're in our teens and in our 20s when we had her, and we had her since she was like 6 weeks old, and in California it's illegal to adopt any puppy below 8 weeks, and people were just getting rid of her at our local Target store, and I picked her out of the litter and brought her home, and yeah, we never could do right by her, so she was a lesson learned for us, and it was one of those lessons of do your research, you know, stop being a kid, don't be an idiot, and she always, you know, she got to stay in the house, you know, no big deal. But it was just one of those, like, she needed to be walked. She needed to find a lake. You know, when you think about black labs and you think about what all they do, yeah, she did not have good parents. So it's like, oh my goodness, we made her into Ed. So she's just this goofy, dorky, dumb dog, and they're not dumb dogs. And so it's like, you can only imagine. So, oh goodness, what we did. But she had a good life, and it was all good. I mean, she lived till she was 17, so hello. They don't do that if you know, neglect them. So, and then she had knee problems, and she was our first one too, where we were always at the hospital because she had knee problems. And then she had, you know, typical black lab stuff. So anyway, so this boxer's there, and it's $200, and I'm like, I don't have $200, you know, that's a good thing. And then, the other thing is that I'm like, no, boxers, they need to be walked, they need to be everything. But she has a bulldog face, and I'm like, oh, it's so droopy and so cute. But no, but she'll get adopted. So people love their purebreds, and so it's not a problem. But yeah, she's just so cute. So cute and so sad though all at the same time. But it's okay, because you just hope that someone, you know, loving will be able to adopt her, since someone didn't love her enough to keep her. Okay, so this is all about the puppies. He rested his leg because he rests his leg on me because he has to make sure that I don't leave. And if he's sleeping like hard, he has to put some part of his body on me, so that way he knows if I get up, because he will not let me up without him. So he has to follow. So that's how he secures me, is that he rests some part of his body will be on my body. And so I just thought it was just so precious, you know, and especially, you know, we got back from, this was the day after we were coming home from Disneyland, and so we were gone for 3 nights, and so he was like, nope, okay, you're not leaving me again for a while. So it's really special, and you know, you just feel so loved when they do that. So, and when we got home, I told him, I said, you know what, it was we got home on Monday, we drove home on Monday, and I told him, I said, you know what, I want a fort, let's make a fort, and let's just watch Marvel movies all day and just lay in our fort, and we'll order pizza. And you know, I have a pretty cool husband. He's like, okay. So he built me my fort, and we have an air mattress, and so we brought the air mattress out, and we are not campers, you guys. We will never ever. We did it once. I mean, he grew up camping, but I did it once in my life with him, and I said never ever again. So yeah. I'm not a social butterfly anyways, so, you know, and I think camping, you really have to be with somebody, you know what I mean? You have to have a party, you know, you have to be with people and be around a pit and all that stuff, and yeah, it's not for us. And so, in sleeping on the ground or even sleeping in a trailer, it's not for us. So this is about as good as camping as we can get. And it was hot, and so we had the fan facing us, and he put up these panels and put sheets over, and we just had a good day. Our son came home from school, and he's looking at us, and he's all, okay. And then he walks away. And so that's our life. That's what we do. So I combined the pictures and put our first fort, because it was our first fort. And it sure as heck will not be our last. I'm like, why do kids have forts and we can't have a fort? There's no reason why you cannot have a fort, you guys. So, you know, when you want that quality time with your husband, but you don't, you know, maybe you don't have enough money to go to a hotel or something, build a fort. Get your couch and put some sheets over and put your DVD or your laptop and watch the movies. I mean, do something different. It's all good and it's all fun. We cleaned it up the next morning and we have pictures and memories to go off of that we had a good time, and we'll do it again. You know, order pizza and just kick back. And so Kat was on the couch. This is what Kat looked like in the fort. And then this was Bus on the fort, and then this was Kat on the fort. And so she was just so cute. The puppies were enjoying the fort. So they could not get enough of it, because that was their, you know, sleeping. Oh, Mom, Dad, you're sleeping. Yes, that's all I care about. I don't care where I sleep. I just want to sleep with you guys. So yeah, so that was cool. So yep, I recommend doing a fort. And it's just fun. So this was the Monday we were coming home from D23, and we stopped on Highway 5, and we stopped at Lake Pyramid. We have been going to Disneyland since Cheyenne was 5. So she's grown up in Disneyland. So since she was 5 years old, we went a ton when they were kids, and we went. We still go a lot, right? And we've never stopped, and we've always like, let's get home. And so we've never stopped. And so Tim's all, okay, can we stop? Let's just do it. And I'm like, okay, no problem. So we stopped, and what a beautiful view. And I think it's an observatory. Is that what they call it? Well, wherever, I think it's called that. And inside was air conditioned, and it was beautiful inside, you guys. So we have another one we have a place called a highway called Pacheco Pass Highway, and that leads to the valley. Well, they have one also. They have one of these observatories also, and it almost sounds like a bathroom, right? Observatory, isn't that? There's another word for that, right? Can't think of it, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, but not the bathroom, but it's it's the history of stuff in that area, I think it is, and the wildlife and things like that. And it was just amazing, and it was so cute, and it's like really hands-on. So I imagine they do field trips there, and they I'm sure, you know, very learning, hands-on place. So I recommend, if you have one in your area, stop, because it's pretty cool. And if we would have known, we would have done this with our kids years ago. So but when you're a 5-6 hour drive from home, you kind of tend to just, let's get home. You've had enough, you know. It's usually like summer and you're like, let's just go home. So but you know, stop. So we plan on going to the one on Pacheco Pass Highway here pretty soon. We just have to make plans for it. In the valley, it gets so darn hot that it scares me. So I'm like, but when you're inside, it's cool and stuff. So I'm like, there's no reason to be scared. Just go. So yeah, so we'll be doing that pretty soon, because it was neat. It was super neat. But it's called Lake Pyramid. Is it called Lake Pyramid? I have the, when I get to that card. So it's getting warm in my office, you guys. It's these lights. So I changed them. I hope they're good. I just filmed the Cocoa Daisy and uploaded it and looked at the video and went, oh, okay, it's not too bad. I could zero in on focus more on get closer. Eventually I'll find the right word. I can get closer to the stuff to show you guys, not the project light, but the other stuff. So I thought, other than that, I thought the lighting wasn't too bad. Pyramid Lake, that's what it's called, wasn't too bad. So hopefully this will be okay too. Hopefully. But I just, you know, I had one of the new subscribers say that, you know, the lighting could be better, and I'm like, I know it could be better. It's my nemesis. But so I thought, well, let me just try let me try something else and see what I get. So it's a never-ending battle for me. And you guys know this. And Bus is tired. So he rolled the cat before he fell asleep right now, but they were playing, and then she ran in and he freaking couldn't stop, and so he rolled her over. So I was like, oh man. So no trip to the ER, you guys. So I am loving this author, you guys. This author is just, I have read all her previous older books, but I have started to reread them because I am obsessed with her. I'm obsessed, and I can't get enough of her books, so I bought them on eBay and I'm rereading them. But I'm like, yeah, just I need them in my life. They're just awesome. And it even says obsessed from Freckled Fawn, I believe. And so that's what I've been reading the most of. I'm like, all her books are just, oh, they're fabulous. Fabuloso. What's that from? That's from a movie. Fabuloso. Can't remember. But Shelley Lawrenceston. Telling you guys, he's tired. So, the beast in him. And Carolyn Sparks. She is also awesome. She is like, whoo, yeah. I'm on, this is series, and I'm on, she has like 24 books or something. I think this is like number 12. I'm not positive. I have it all written down. But she is just, this was the best one so far. Eat, Pray, Love. So good. I've been obsessed because they've been making me laugh. They've been, you lose yourself in books. And especially if you have the right book. And oh, it's been phenomenal. And when you can't put them down, it's even better. And you're like, yeah, I really, really dig them. Well, that's what's happening right now. And so I'm like, and then I bought almost all of them from the library or the eBay. It's too short. So the other thing too is that our book sale is this Saturday. Let me pick this up, you guys. Our book sale is this Saturday, and so I'm excited about that. You're a geeky, nerdy kind of person when you're like, oh my god, the book sale's happening. So that's our date. That's our hot date, Tim and I. And they actually have like this farmer's market where they have veggies. And so we're going to go buy some veggies. And because I've actually been doing good, guys. I have been feeling good. I have not... I have been exercising, and I have been feeling really good. So, and I've been taking all my medicine like a good girl. And so, so hopefully in a month's time, I took my weight, and I ended up I told Tim to put the scale away, and so he did. That way, because I get obsessive about that, and I want to always take my weight and see how I'm doing at the end of the week. Well, that wasn't good for me, because it was discouraging. And I'm like, no, can't do that. So I had him put it away, and so he did, and I'm just going by how I feel, and I'm doing pretty good. Okay, so remember when I was like, look at all my bruises, look at all this. Okay, let me tell you the story of this picture. Now this picture, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it or not. I don't think the light will. Yes, those are needles in both my thumbs. Those are needles because I ended up having that, the endoscopy, because I was having those problems with acid reflux. So I don't have tumors, I don't have cancer, so I ended up getting, it ended up being a good procedure for me. And, well, okay, so this procedure only takes like 15 to 20 minutes. Well, what took the longest was the nurses couldn't find my veins. Well, if you remember when I got my bladder lift and I couldn't, they couldn't find my vein, and it took 5 tries, and an anesthesiologist had to come in and with the ultrasound to find my vein. Okay, well, my camera's going to skip for a minute. Hold on. It's going to skip. It pauses way longer than I thought, so I just watched it. So this time around, what ended up happening was the lady goes, "Oh, I remember you." She's all, "We have problems with your veins." And I'm like, "Yeah, let's hopefully not this time." And so she's like, "Okay." She's all, "Well, let's see what we get." So of course she does the traditional, she tries to get it up on top of my right arm. She's all, "Oh, nope, it's not there. Can't find it." So she already stuck the needle in me, okay, guys? So the needle's already in me. Nope. Oh, can't do it. She's all, "Oh, I am bound and determined to do this." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh my God, can't, you know?" Okay, so I get to be her pincushion because she is bound and determined to find my vein. I'm like, after, you know, a while, can we have somebody else try? Well, then the OR nurses come in and they're like, "What's taking so long?" And she's like, "We're having troubles finding her vein." And I'm like, okay. So then at this point, the other OR nurse comes in. She finds this vein. She's like, "Oh, I missed it. I couldn't find it." So, okay, so now I got poked twice. Okay, fine. Then I get poked in the nose of Maleficent. So I get poked. As they're moving the needle around, she's like, "Oh, I had it, but it went away." Okay, fine. Third one. I'm like, oh my God, I'm a human pincushion and it sucks. Okay, it sucks. You guys know that, right? And just because someone has tattoos doesn't mean it does that, you know, we like pain or anything like that. So it doesn't mean that at all. And I get something out of my tattoos, right? Not out of this. So then then they decided, okay, and it's taken about 45 minutes, you guys. 45 minutes. And so it says technical difficulties. Seriously, suck it up, Buttercup. And I finally had use for that pincushion. I loved it. I thought this was like my favorite one so far. And so she says, she goes, and same nurse, and she's bound and determined, right? And she's all, "Oh, I think I found one right here." The other nurse goes, "Oh, I think I found one too." So then I'm like, wait a minute, because they both have needles. And I'm like, they both have needles. And I'm like, "You guys are going to do it at the same time?" And they're like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Don't move." And I'm like, I'm like, seriously? Oh my God. So I am beyond like, can we be done with this now? And so I'm like, oh my God. So they push it in at the same time and they're both like, "Got it." And I'm like, oh my God, they only need one. They only need one. So yeah, so that really just fried my butt. But you know, it's not it's not their fault. It really isn't. It's kind of like my veins' fault, but it's still, you know, I'm like, oh my God. So just like, can we get done now? And so, yeah, that was 5 times that I got poked, and I was not a happy camper because I'm like, oh my goodness. Well, then the anesthesiologist comes out, and I have high blood pressure. They're like, "You think?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you think?" I have high blood pressure. Wonder why. And so I was like, the anesthesiologist comes out and they're like, "Doc, she has really, really high blood pressure." And he's like, and I said, "Please do not cancel this." And he's all, "No." He says, "We're going to go through it with it." And I said, "Okay, thank you." And so he decides, he leaves and he comes back because he's watching everybody do this to me, right? And I mean, the whole surgery center comes out and they're watching these nurses poke me and stuff, and they're just like, "Wow." And I'm like, "Yeah, wow." You guys should take pictures because it'll last longer. So yeah, it was very, very, oh my goodness. And so, well then, the stupid the needles finally worked, right? And so the anesthesiologist comes back out again, and he's I have something to help you relax a little since this has been kind of you know, a lot. And so he did, and I was like, oh, I was all, because like 30 seconds later I was like, "Oh, I like this, Doc." I was all, "You're like my favorite." I was all, "This is awesome." And then I woke up. I'm like, oh darn. So he knocked me out in the not, I don't want to say triage, but you know, in the prep room. He didn't even wait till I got inside the operating room, you know. He just did it there, and I was like, oh my goodness. So yeah, and it, you know, didn't help that this took 45 minutes, and like I said, the procedure was only a few minutes long. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So it was a trial, you guys, and the bruise from heck was like, okay, yes, this is, and it took a week. It was a week solid before that went away, and I was just like, oh my goodness. So, yeah, that was my week. After having a good week at Disney and having the migraine and stuff, but then that's when he ended up giving me the acid reflux medicine, and whoo, what a difference. What a difference. So I love how the title card came out. I love how everything looks. I love this. I love the colors. So I hope you do too. Oh goodness, you guys, 25 minutes and I'm just blah 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 blah. But yeah, these are the days she's upside down on her back in between us. This is her in between us in bed, and she's upside down. So you guys, thank you to Natalie Gavin, Emma Griffins, Paula M, and Scrap and Allie. Thank you guys for leaving me comments. I appreciate them. Hopefully you guys like this one too, because I mean it's full, but I love the colors. So you guys have an awesome Friday. And I think Freckled Fawn is coming in pretty soon. I know I promised you 2 other videos, but I'm telling you guys, I have lost something. So hopefully I find it here pretty soon. But in the meantime, you guys take care. I got Vanna hands because this is like all done and all nice. I love it. So you guys take care, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.